You could have heard this episode 48 hours early on our Patreon, patreon.com/indieheadspodcast. By joining us for as low as $1 a month, you'll receive episodes early, gain access to our Discord server, and get bi-weekly playlists from the Indie Heads podcast crew. All of our upcoming episodes, including this series right here, will be up on our Patreon 48 hours before it hits our public podcast feeds. And if you're hearing this via our Patreon feed, we thank you so much for your support. But before we begin this episode, we want to thank our Real One patrons, including Selectric, David Culbert, Maizefarms, Bex, Georgia Makowski, AJ Moser, Rachel Hartman, Noah Kurtz, Waffle113, Alex Bielovich, and Derrick Pemberton. To become a Real One, consider supporting us with a $5 a month donation where we'll receive bonus episodes every month and get a shout out on the podcast. But anyways, enjoy the episode.
The Chevrolet Cruze, the new Chrysler Town & Country, the all-new Nissan Sentra, Volkswagen Jetta, the new Chrysler Town & Country, the all-new Pilot, Hyundai Elantra, the new Chrysler Town & Country. This is the Ford F-350.
Welcome to the Stinky Heads podcast. It is I, Matthew Monroe, and tonight we have a very special episode. We're talking about car commercial music. We're going to talk about such horny songs as Trip Switch, Ophelia. I don't actually remember the rest of the songs on this list.
Etc.
Well, folks, you are tuned in to the car commercial number ones. That was Alex speaking, not Matthew Monroe. I'm Matthew Monroe, Matty Monroe, at Marian Prince on Twitter. Of course, you heard Alex already, my lovely co-host, and my other co-host, Gavin, back once again, episode 6 of car commercial number ones. Once again, apologies, this is going to be a little late, but again, Zencastr absolutely fucked us. Okay,
yeah.
You know, Babysitter absolutely fucked us.
This is the second time we're going to have to talk about the Strumbellas, which has been like ruining my day all day.
Yeah, I'm not
a
ready.
sense of impending doom.
I'm missing wrestling to do this. I want to watch wrestling. I don't want to talk about these songs, but let's just get it over with. Let's get it out of our systems.
Yes.
All right.
We are joined, of course, by 3 lovely guests. Of course, our first guest being Britt, who
Hi, boys.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
I'm not sure if I'll ever release the video for this because we're doing a simultaneous recording on Zoom and Zencastr because we figured out how to do classic Zencastr. But Britt is currently dressed up once again in Harley Quinn makeup. The dedication to the bit.
I'm bored.
This is her second day in a row doing this.
And this is a different look, okay? Like, this took commitment and Googling. I will emulate Margot Robbie if I have to. And my next bit is going to be lounging in a bubble bath and explain the stock market to people because I can.
But we thought AJ bit the Joker pill hard. We didn't know what was to come.
Look, also this playlist is boring and it sucks.
That's true.
So I'm making my own fun with it. Don't complain. I will make it fun for you all.
Thank you for that.
Or just make you cry. One of the two. Take your pick.
But nevertheless, we are joined by 2 returning guests. Our most formerly car commercial pilled person, and another person that is still deep in the trenches of the pilldom. Of course, Natalie and Jake. Welcome back to the pod. Thank you for guesting in at the last minute.
I'ma make a deal with the faux cop, so the faux cop don't roll no more.
I was out of this. I could have stopped. I was done. I said my piece, and I am coming back here for a second time to talk about fucking spirits of all things.
You bought a Bastille shirt like a week ago. I wouldn't say that.
Yes, I fucking did.
It's good.
Oh boy. But once again, we're back. Once again, episode 6. We have a bunch of songs to talk about. Oh shit, I accidentally stopped sharing my screen. I need to reshare my
Now I just have a large Matt and now large Alex.
Okay, here we go. We're back. We're back, baby.
Because we're doing this through Zoom, I got to see Nat cringe in real time after getting called in the trenches of the P.O.D.
Yeah, this is a new element no one expected. And I plan on taking advantage later once we get to a bit I have planned, which we may need to get to sooner rather than later because I have refrigerated chicken broth sitting on my nightstand.
Okay, actually, before we get into our first song, which we honestly do not have much to say on, Gavin, so of course we all became obsessed. Well, maybe not we all. Actually,
no,
I think
we did.
Even
it was all of us.
It was all of us. We became obsessed, of course, with AWOL Nation's Bad Wolf, or Hollow Moon Bad Wolf. And Gavin, you have thought up. Okay, actually, here's what I'm gonna say. Gavin is basically going to kill himself live while doing this podcast.
Yeah, I want to throw up so I can stop and go watch wrestling. Is basically my angle here. But I've, with some help from Alex and Jake and several others in the chat, I have concocted the Hollow Moon Bad Wolf cocktail. So if you're playing along at home, I have currently a shaker that's full of ice and a little bit of vodka. That's our alcoholic base here. And what you're gonna want to do, I have some chicken stock. If you are vegan, vegetable stock works. We'll take it. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit of that in there. Let's get some audio.
Oh no!
I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah,
this is already disgusting.
I'm already disgusted.
Yep. Okay.
Honestly, the only thing making this drink bad is Red Bull.
Yeah. Spoiler.
That's a good point.
Okay. So vodka chicken broth. I have some lime juice right here that I'm just gonna pour a generous splash in there in hopes to cover up some chicken taste. And because the band AWOL Nation is signed to Red Bull Records, we gotta represent. I got a small can of Red Bull here. I'm not pouring the whole thing, or even half of it in there. It's just a splash.
Gavin,
it's just.
Buddy, you don't have to do this. I never. Once again, just in case Gavin dies and the insurance companies start looking at me. I did not encourage this. I did not say anything. I did not offer ingredients. I just looked in horror in the chat as Gavin was planning whatever the fuck he's doing right now. But while Gavin is concocting that drink, let's get to our first song.
Some fancy shaking going on.
Yeah. Let me get a
whiff.
Let me get a whiff of this.
Oh my god.
Not bad, if I could be honest.
What?
Smell wise.
I'm telling you, the only clashing ingredient here is the Red Bull.
Okay,
it is a Bloody Mary adjacent cocktail.
Broth?
Let's get a look at this. How do we...
Oh, that's disgusting.
I do want to say the glass. It has a natural fade. That's not in the drink. That is the glass.
Okay.
And
oh no.
Here comes the first sip.
No.
The assessment that this would be good if it didn't have Red Bull in it is the truth. Honestly, I'm tasting 90% Red Bull and a little bit of lime. The chicken broth kind of gives it salt.
Oh my god!
This is basically a disgusting margarita at this point. But I do plan on finishing it through the rest of this podcast. So if you want to make the Hollow Moon Bad Wolf cocktail at home, let's see if I throw up before you make it.
Oh god.
No.
Well, folks,
the Hollow Moon challenge.
Here's sip number 2.
You've gone too far already.
Let's get to the first song.
This is already so much better than the podcast we made.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm in a better mood.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Our first song today is Nothing But Thieves, Trip Switch, which went number 1 on March 26, 2016. And let's hear a little bit of Trip Switch from Nothing But Thieves.
I'm getting some aftertaste now, and I don't like it. I still think the song is more upsetting than the drink at this point. Ooh, Alex is getting it.
Alex?
Between yesterday and today, Alex has become Trip Switch pilled.
Yeah. Yeah, yesterday Trip Switch almost made me cry. Like for real. Like I almost cried because of how much I was upset with the song. But today I've decided to stand. So this song is ostensibly about two things. Number one is being horny, and number two is data.
We live in a horny society.
That's
Yeah,
true.
we live in a horny digital society.
The song that dares to ask the question, what if someone was horny online?
I don't want to know the answer to that question, really.
I don't either. This
Come
is
on.
the song. Well, maybe from like a woman, not from a man. Well, again,
Matty, I
I
have
feel like-
seen you be horny online.
look, Alex, that was years ago. I was a different person then. Okay, I was very different then. I keep my horny activities offline. For now, okay. For now, they're offline.
I don't think there's a single person in this chat that has not been guilty of being horny online.
Alex is probably actually the only exception. Actually, Alex and Gavin have never been
Yeah.
horny online.
Mr. McDonald's man begs to differ.
Oh, that's true.
I was
Immediately
not
not-
actually horny for Mr. McDonald's.
Immediately
Well,
not
then why would
about the song Trip Switch, by the way.
well, why would you say one cum in my? Are you talking a platonic one cum in my?
I
bed,
was
Mr.
placing
McDonald?
an order.
In order for some
Sure.
pussy or some dick.
So
Okay.
yeah, this
Pick your
song,
pick.
who cares? We talked about it yesterday, and I don't want to talk about it today. It's nothing. Half these songs are nothing. I don't care.
It's
I-
very
with you.
boring.
It's-
And like the only notable thing that I ended up gleaning from it was that I went and watched the music video for it. The guy who's walking around the whole time looks like a neo-Nazi, and he ends up pole dancing at the very end. And also, there's far too many strobe lights in that video.
Like
Like
I
it-
said, horny and data.
Don't watch the Trip Switch music video if you have epilepsy. Just flashing lights warning. Carry on.
I just realized.
Coincidentally, this song is what would happen if you kept writing "Dangerous" by Big Data.
Yeah.
Point which I made yesterday, but is just
Well, it's
the
still
only
true.
thing that can be said about this song.
It feels like Dangerous is like the template that you write out in like a digital audio workspace, and then this is what you actually put down with the band to me. But like,
God, but that
it's-
implies that this is better than Dangerous. And don't know if I can vibe with that.
Yeah, same.
see, it's weird because I feel like we switched places where yesterday I kind of started to get pilled, and then like the second we were talking about the allegations behind the front person of the band, I was like, okay, I'm scaling it back.
Not even the front
I
person, just
forgot
the
about
band.
that.
Just the band.
Oh, just the whole
themselves.
band?
The whole band has been accused
whole
of
band.
like pedophilia and sexual assault. And
Wow.
things like that.
Yeah,
That's
this song is
disgusting.
not allowed. This band is not allowed to make a song about being horny online.
Gross.
I agree. So
I
let's move on.
rescind my takes. I do not stand.
I just realized I forgot to put Tabasco in this drink, so I'm sorry to the
fuck.
nation.
Oh no.
But
It's not too late, Gavin.
There's still
I-
time.
it's
Not
too
too
late. I had
Don't
3
do
sips of
it.
it. And I must say I am
Don't
done.
do it.
Oh god.
I am done with this
well,
cocktail.
I can't believe
Well-
Ophelia was the overall number 1 of 2016. That
Yeah, what the
fucking
fuck is up
sucks.
with that?
I can
Yeah.
believe it.
Well, we're not there yet. We gotta hang on, folks. All right, let's take a ride with our good old pals, 21 Pilots, and talk about their song "Ride," which went number 1 on April 9th, 2016 for 6 weeks, 7 weeks combined, with another week at number 1 on June 4th, 2016. So let's hear a little bit of "Ride" from 21 Pilots.
All my enemies who wouldn't wish who I was, but it's fun to fantasize. Oh, I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride.
This is my music.
I'm
This is
falling, so I'm taking my time on my
Yo, that white boy going off.
Yeah.
yeah.
taking my time on my ride.
The production here is so slick. Like
It really is.
those synths sound fucking incredible.
Easy to say, we have a list of people
It makes like the organ noise work somehow, which is like a
Yeah.
very jarring noise sound, and like a pop song like this.
Like obviously this song is dorky, but it's just put together so well, and it functions. And it's like about real feelings that people have, you know.
we have so belabored the point that 21 Pilots is just a band that people are in. Like, we are down so bad. No, this is the best of the best. Yeah.
I don't understand how you can say I'm in the trenches. I don't know. I'll let somebody who's more positive go first, because I'll say my piece again.
Nah, come on. You spent the whole first half of the series terrorizing us.
I'm allowed to dislike songs.
I know. You can't say you aren't pilled. I know you don't like this era, but you liked half a decade of car commercial music.
Nevertheless, I will volunteer those as the positive voice and say that this song is a really sick pop song. And I said this yesterday in the now unfinished original version of this episode, and that like I said, we are so down bad that basically if your song is about something, there is like a solid 70% chance that we're going to like it, because it feels like it's about something. It is a person singing about their feelings, and they feel real. It doesn't feel like they're trying to sell me a vitamin water drink or something. Tyler Joseph, he's just out here, he's just saying his emotions and singing them and rapping them, and it's got some really cool like production choices, as Alex said. The reggae influence there is like, it's a risky choice that I think mostly pays off, because it is very much like subtle.
As far as white boy reggae goes, this is like good stuff.
I would say it doesn't pay off, but that it is like it doesn't overpower the song for me. Like I would maybe prefer it if it were not there, but it doesn't like make me hate it as much as it could.
Gavin is just drinking Red Bull.
Yeah, I'm done with the cocktail. It's over.
Still repping Red Bull records.
Yeah, it's for Aaron Bruno, our hero.
We are the sound of Red Bull podcasting.
We are the youth of AWOL Nation.
That's true.
I stand by what I said yesterday when the unfinished podcast, that it sounds like Dirty Heads and White Boy Reggae is bad. I don't enjoy this song. It's fine.
On principle, I agree with you. White Boy Reggae is bad, but this song, it's an exception because it plays with those styles more tastefully. It's like, I don't think Tyler Joseph is gonna, he's not gonna get himself some white boy dreads. I don't think that's gonna happen. Well, actually,
his hair's too short.
Well,
He's shaved it.
That's true. I don't expect any member of 21 Pilots to get white boy dreads. At least okay, I say that, but I know that like in my heart there's like a solid 5% chance.
Yeah,
like,
you're absolutely asking for this to happen.
I can't 100% guarantee, but I can mostly guarantee that
you are manifesting that.
I don't think they would do that. My only defense of this song is that it has feelings, and I think it's well made, but I can't really counter anything Britt said. I just
look.
Yeah,
we live in a post.
You're tired.
We live in
therefore that means that I'm right, because you don't want to argue. I win.
We live in a post why you gotta be so rude society. We just gotta let this happen. Like,
oh, don't bring that song up. That's so bad.
I know.
Why you gotta be so rude.
We just gotta let this one slide.
Rude.
I'll make the concession that like there is something going on here beyond just the white boy reggae. I think the issue for me is it makes up such a foundation of the song, and like for me the instrumental is so stilted compared to some of the other ones that like I would go to bat for, like say like Stressed Out or Jumpsuit, but like I don't know, it never really fully kind of escapes the trappings of that for me, and I think it just kind of wears me down by the end of like the first chorus. Especially I mentioned this in the Botched podcast, but like listening to this on headphones is kind of brutal, because the vocal filter that's applied to Tyler Joseph's voice is this really weird kind of like harsh aura of texture that's around there, and it's like we discussed that it's probably a choice, but it is a choice that grates on me.
You just don't understand what they're doing.
I like other 21 Pilot songs.
You know, he's fallen, and so he's taking his time on his ride, and you gotta respect that. This song is about self-care, okay?
I'm glad he's taking care of himself. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'm not telling him to not take care of himself unless something sketchy comes out about him. But from the sounds of it, it seems like they're okay. Like they're good boys, at least.
Mm-hmm.
They wore their undies on stage.
Like the Chili Peppers?
No, just
yet,
at the
Gavin.
Grammys.
Not yet. We're not there.
By the way,
yet.
I have
Except
finished.
instead of the Chilies, it wasn't a horny thing. It was just like a look at us. We're just boys.
I've finished my
We're just
can of
kids.
Red Bull.
We're just baby childs.
I finished my Red Bull, and I still taste the cocktail. So this is I'm unendorsing the Hollow Moon Bad Wolf cocktail officially.
We gotta do some retooling. We're
gonna
Don't
fix
worry.
this.
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
So far on a 10-minute average.
It's all bread that it like physically hurts you.
Yeah, it does make no. Hollow Moon Bad Wolf is a beautiful experience. We're gonna make a beautiful cocktail to honor it.
Honestly, it sounds like something that would be sold in an Applebee's for like their monthly $3 cocktail.
I'm gonna market it to them. AWOL
You know,
Nation tie-in.
That's what Gavin said this podcast is for us now, is that we're just sitting in an Applebee's booth for what seems like foreknow.
Let's move on to this next disgusting song.
Wait, I just had a cocktail brain blast, which is that I think to truly represent Hollow Moon, you need to actually make 4 separate cocktails, and you need to just take one sip after another.
Yeah, I should do that. Oh, Matty is so defeated.
Really get the full quality.
We have to move on. We have to move on.
Do you really want to talk about the next song so bad?
No, it's not that it's that I would like to go to the next song so we can get over it very quickly.
All right,
because
but
I want it. I don't want another 2.5 hour episode, Gavin. You have to understand what that did to my mental psyche.
AJ's not here. It's not happening. We're all in the same team.
Technically, we are talking.
We have Harley Quinn though.
That's
the next worst thing.
That's true.
No offense, Britt. No offense, Britt.
That's rude. But anyway, we're technically talking about spirits anyway because vodka is a spirit.
That's true. Great.
We're going into
the
alcoholic then.
Let's go.
Ta-da.
Okay.
We can keep spirits under 60 seconds. I
think. Our next song is the Strumbellas. Our next song is the Strumbellas Spirits. We wrote number 1 on May 21st, 2016 for 2 weeks. And caused mental terrorism to all the members of the Indie Heads podcast. So let's hear a little bit of Spirits real quick.
Yeah, I said this last night too, but it just bears repeating that I deeply resent the fact that a group of people got together and wanted to make this.
There's far too many people in this band, and also, what the fuck is Strumbella?
This band has like 6 or 8 people or something, and they're not
far
like,
too many.
There are only like 3 instruments on this song. They aren't doing anything.
They really want to be the next Arcade Fire.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
You only know you love her when you let her go.
Yeah.
I gotta do that every time.
Arcade Fire Passenger.
But
that makes it sound good though, this is not.
No.
This song wants me to hate it, so I'm not going to give it the satisfaction. But it's just bad. I mean, it's just
Gavin, I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. Although I as the host, I feel like I do have to say something in that this week is the mental terrorism week for me, because basically almost all these songs played on my college station, like my first year that I was there. So I'm very familiar with almost everything that we're listening to tonight. And this song is disgustingly catchy because, of course, the song is disgusting. I hate it so much. Musically, it represents so many awful trends and canons and all this stuff that just is awful that I hate about music. But man, it gets stuck in my fucking head, and I hate it. And
I got poops in my butt,
as a member,
and they won't go.
And as a member of the band the Strumbellas, I apologize for unleashing this upon the world.
Thank you for admitting that you made this band up, because
we finally got him to admit it.
Yeah,
honestly,
you were never gonna convince me that this was a real thing. Like,
honestly, I thought he was going to be like a part of Nothing But Thieves, because I've never heard of that song until podcast. But you don't want to be associated with them. I'm not gonna put you with them. It's bad.
The Strumbellas are just dorks. They're just dorks.
Strumbellas really seemed like a band that was made up to like do a song for Justin Trudeau rather than like being an existing band that was commissioned to do a song by Justin Trudeau. It's like they seem like the kind of band that was like ex-ambassadors and made purely for commercial purposes. Cause I like, what do they represent? What does this song like stand for? What do they have any intention behind anything that they do?
It's just bad Lumineers.
It is bad Lumineers.
Yeah.
I think
But-
that
I don't even like the
exists,
Lumineers and they're
but,
bad Lumineers.
What if a
too.
mad scientist gave life to multiple granola bars and they formed a band? That's what's happening here.
A little granola bar robot.
Yeah.
Like concealed together as the joint, a weird little puppet. I don't really have anything to add, really, but except for the music video for this one involves them all just like doing a funeral, but in circus attire. It like almost like that bad, or like a bad version of the I Write Sins Not Tragedies video. But it like
That already is a bad version of the I Write Sins Not Tragedies video.
It makes no sense, you are correct, but it's still got the same energy. However, it also it's spirits. And the other thing that I pointed out last night, it reminds me of I'm having high school war flashbacks because it sounds like shit that would play at my high school because it was a bunch of preppy white people, and they love that that one Imagine Dragons song that's like On Top of the World. Gag.
I'm waking up. God, remember
No.
Radioactive?
Yeah, that was a good
I
song.
hated,
Better
I
days.
can't believe I hated Radioactive, man. I cannot believe I
I
hated
still
it.
hate
Definitely
Radioactive,
feel-
but whatever.
I still don't like it, but I definitely feel like Radioactive was
It's
pretty alright.
interesting. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Guys.
It's so gaudy in its choices that I have to respect it at the end of the day, even if Alex Dickett is a musical terrorist.
You just gotta
Um,
breathe in the chemicals. Just take it over.
No.
Let it take you over.
Let's move on. Let's move on
Yeah.
to our next song.
Winners don't
'cause-
use drugs, Nat. That's what I live by.
I do what I please. I've already lost this battle. I want to burn this podcast down for having you make me discuss spirits 2 nights in a row.
You could have bailed. You aren't
I don't quit. I don't quit this. I'm in it to the end.
Yeah.
Well-
I've definitely wanted to quit, and I'm sure Gavin even more than me.
Yeah, I'm trying to make myself throw up tonight so I don't have to do this. This next song is a big reason why, but some sickos in here are gonna say this song is good. They're sickos. Don't listen to them. Let's just move on.
Our next song, though, is the Lumineers' Ophelia, which went number 1 on June 11th, 2016 for 4 weeks, and ended up being the number 1 alt song of 2016. So let's hear a little bit of Ophelia real quick on the pod.
Don't feel alone anymore. You can't see past my blind.
Alex vibing out to these is the only thing that's getting me through.
Ophelia, you've been on my mind
Jesus.
since the flood.
Everyone
this
who
is the
thought
worst
this was
song on this list to me.
yeah, it's everyone who thinks this is good deserves what is going to happen to folk music over the playthrough of this list.
Actually, I don't know. Spirits is pretty.
Spirits is not trying to be art.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely not. That's just someone
That's
trying
the
to
biggest
catch.
problem. They're trying to do funeral. They really want that so bad.
Can I just say my least favorite part of that song beyond like the whole everything about it? I played at the end. I played at the little where he tries to hit like that high note where it goes a little too loud. I shudder. Like I get goosebumps. Like oh my god! Like why would you try
part
to?
is so good though.
Jake,
I'm sorry, but this song is good.
this
It
is
just
not even a
good.
song. This is like
This
1/4 of a song.
Gavin,
It's-
when you drive up
Yeah.
from Oklahoma to beat up Jake, can you pick me up so I can join
Yeah,
you?
I'll stop by.
This song has texture, it
What
has
texture?
depth, it's catchy, it's nice. I like the piano. I like when his voice does that thing that Matty hates. And like compared to some of the other, it's good. And like some of the other songs are so washed out and just like you can't distinguish multiple things happening. Like this sounds to me
you
like a real song.
You can distinguish what's happening in this song
band.
because nothing happens in this song.
No,
I
a good
enjoy
song.
this song. It's fine. It's pleasant. It's
pleasant.
innocent.
I'm so
It's
done
innocent.
with this. I can't handle this.
This band made the Sell Ho Hey song.
Yeah,
The song is better than Ho Hey.
no,
It
this
is,
is
but
the
not
first
by
one they
much.
need
No,
Ho
it's
Hey.
not. This song is a speck on Ho Hey's ass.
I mean they're both
Ho Hey
good.
is
Don't get me
so
wrong.
much better than this.
This song is actually better than Ho Hey, but
Yeah.
also this album is just good. I enjoyed it very much, and it's a very nice sounding album. Sleep on the Floor rules.
Yeah,
See,
Britt
I'm-
is right. This is harmless at worst and like
Oh my God.
great at best.
Some of
So
these
that's-
other songs
Gavin.
are-
We're not going to win this war. It's just
I-
not
Some of
gonna
There's
these
happen.
songs
proof
are-
this song is not Harlan, and it's Alex, Matty, and Gavin.
Hey, don't count me out.
And
I'm
Matt.
with you. I'm with you, Gavin.
and
This
AJ as well.
this song.
The most light I experienced this week was when I was just sitting quietly to myself and without even thinking about it, I just sang, I take a stinky poo. Just quietly to myself, didn't even process that, and Fee from across the room just yelled, "Stop!" That was the only good thing that happened to me this week.
I'm with Gavin in that, like, I don't know, this every time I listen to this, I keep thinking something more interesting is going to happen, but it ends up just to me being like a song on a deluxe edition of an album that's like a stripped down version of a song that just didn't make the actual album. It's like it feels like an alternate cut of itself.
Yeah.
And I just do not. I don't know. I also, can we talk about how there's the line that's "I got a new girlfriend here," feels like he's on top, which is like strikes me as some weird confused gay feelings going on there. That's just me. That's just me wanting the song to be
The
gay.
Lumineers are being cuckolded. Duh.
Please don't make the Lumineers gay.
I'll just make
please
them
don't
black.
make
Lumineers
this
are
weird
the Lumineers are the straightest band to have ever existed. Okay,
Look, if
Yeah,
they,
they're
if
very
they be
straight.
gay, if they be gay, that'd be one interesting thing they'd have going for them.
This sounds like Little Lion Man, but
Another good song. by
like
the way.
the most interesting thing is that little piano flutter, which is a direct rip of what happens in Little Lion Man, and I hated Little Lion Man.
I will
Lion
say
Man is
Little
good.
Lion Man is like 100 times better than what we're
Well,
getting.
yeah, this song's
Absolutely.
making my bottom 10, and Little Lion Man is probably not. So
I trashed Little Lion Man. I trashed Mumford & Sons, and I still feel that way. But comparatively, I would take that in a heartbeat over this.
it's okay.
Gavin.
People who hate what we're saying about this song, you're gonna get revenge on me and Alex with the next song.
Gavin, I was about to say the Promised Land. They're back.
What's? Oh
Yeah.
yes. Thank God, our boys.
They are back.
Well, one of our boys. Well, no, actually, we talked two of our boys. I forget that two of these boys were in that era that we talked about.
3.
Our
we
favorite
talked
three
about
boys.
Skiba.
Well,
Our
not
favorite three boys: Mark, Matt, and Travis.
yeah, our three
They're
favorite.
back.
Matt.
They are back. Blink 182's "Bored to Death" is our next number one song, which went number one on July 9th, 2016 for 5 weeks. I'm welcome back, Blink. We missed you so fucking much.
Yeah.
We missed you so
I'd just
fucking
like to
much.
say that here at the Indie Heads podcast, we do not condone Matt Skiba. Just make that clear.
We tolerate him.
Apparently, Travis is now dating a Kardashian, so
Good
I
for
learned
him.
that today. Yeah, Courtney, I think. But
Oh, Alex is getting it right now. I'm feeling this.
God, we should do some gang vocals for this song. They would fit right in.
Yeah. It's so nice to hear Mark again, even though his
I
voice
know.
is so fucked now, but it sounds good.
Listening to this playlist, I just felt so so fucking dark, just deep in the depths after Ophelia, and then Mark's bass comes in, and I don't know how to explain what that does to me. Like the glimmer of hope that I feel in the middle of this playlist when I hear that bass line that sounds like friggin' Adam's song.
Yeah, this is like a direct re-rip of Adam's song, but when you write Adam's song and you write the entirety of Dude Ranch, you're allowed to do whatever you want. This is a good song. I'm not going to hear any slander against it.
Matt, just go ahead.
Gavin said that he's not going to hear the slander.
That's true. I will take my headphones out.
That doesn't mean it won't exist.
I will say I've cooled off on my dislike of this. I really didn't like this on first listen, but I think I've come around to it in the sense that, like, I think the instrumental has something here. I think I just am not really attuned to this era of Blink vocals, but like the intro and like the instrumental itself kind of has what I would consider kind of like metric sound, and so like I can vibe with that, I can chill with that. But like the vocals, I don't know, I've said this before, but it really just reminds me of like late era Paul Banks, like specifically the Banks and Steels era, where he's like making refrains to like RZA rap songs, and it's, I don't know, I just can't vibe with it.
I mean, that's not Travis's fault.
Listeners, you couldn't see the face that I made, but invoking Paul Banks and Mark Hoppus in the same sentence, that just doesn't compute with me. Those are two, I get it, but also like those are just two completely different things. Like Mark Hoppus, I don't think Mark Hoppus has ever tried cocaine. I think I can definitively say that. He has never tried cocaine. Paul Banks,
we don't want to know what Paul Banks has done.
We don't want to know. We absolutely don't want to know. But no, the song is look, for Blink, in relative to the Blink discog, is this song kind of like a lesser single? I mean, yeah, obviously, but at the same time, what a fucking sigh of relief this song was this week. Like, Jesus Christ, like, our boys are back.
We just love to have them around.
I know, it's so nice. Do we get to talk about them at all during the 90s series? Besides all the small things.
You talk about all the small things again as the time loop completes.
That's gonna be such an emotional moment.
Yeah.
I'm also going to make this point now. Last week, AJ said that Butt Rock had reached the point of no return after Cigarette Daydreams. I would argue that it's not the case, because it literally came back. Because Blink-182 was talked about in the Butt Rock. The next band was talked about in Butt Rock, and a couple more songs. There's another one coming. Oh, it came up in the Butt Rock. This is like the last Butt Rock episode you're gonna get. And it's mixed with garbage.
Returning it back time to the good old days.
Sort of.
So does that make Judah and the Lion the like real death of Butt Rock?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, you talked. Oh,
Judah and the Lion is Butt Rock.
From Butt Rock.
I'm gonna throw that out.
Butt folk.
Yeah, Butt folk.
Butt folk.
Yeah, Butt Rock was basically combining like new metal, so combining rap and rock. So here's what
Butt folk hop and roll.
Yes, exactly.
You get like
so
one
happy.
more. You get one more song next week if I'm looking at Matty's list correctly in the Wikipedia page, and then it's gone forever. Goodbye. Unless it's all Imagine Dragons build.
Look, here's the thing about this song. It has lore behind it. Nobody cares. The life is too short to last long lyric was repurposed from an earlier song where they say life is too short to be long, which is a great little statement from little angry cliche punk boys about belonging, and life is too short to be long. And now they're old men, so they're just saying life is too short to last long. It's good. It's what old men in a pop punk band should do, which is just sleek, dumb bullshit. I'd rather them do this than be angry or whatever. So we just have to accept that this is what's happening with these guys.
A very cursed thought that literally just popped in my head when you pointed out that line is like, life's too short to last long, and that implies that he finishes very early when he's having sex.
That's probably true too.
Life's too,
and like, we're not gonna shame him for that.
We're
it's
not.
his fault.
Look, we got to get our cum jokes in somewhere.
Yeah,
very
I'll bet Skiba fucks for hours to the detriment of everyone on Earth.
Honestly, like, that sounds like something his disappointed significant other would say. Like he'd be like, "You didn't last very long," and he'd just say, "Well, life's too short to last long," and then go about doing his other business somewhere else.
That's very Blink-182 of them. I appreciate that.
I support it. Dudes rock. Dudes rock.
Yeah. Dudes really rock.
I don't have an opinion on this song. It's fine. It's not my thing.
He's Mark Hoppus. He's got shit to do.
He's got to build a pool.
Yeah.
A song that
I heard you repurposed your swimming pool.
Yeah.
Or repurposed your swimming pool. Sorry.
For 2 hours about built this pool.
I mean, we could talk about it for 2 seconds and all just say it's the greatest song of all time. Like,
I have never listened.
We built this pool on
Actually,
rock and roll.
okay, so because I have magical screen share powers now because we're doing Zoom.
We're pulling up We Built This Pool?
I can pull up We Built This Pool because I also need to pull up another song later for the next song we're talking about because I watched I watched a special movie last night and it reminded me a lot of our next band, which is
Oh no.
But before I build the next band, let me see if Spotify is willing to load to me. Does it want me to play Build This Pool? I don't know if it does. I really don't know if it does.
Probably not. And like we aren't gonna make a snippet live on air.
Okay, so let's just
doesn't need a snippet.
It's 16 seconds long.
It's literally
Alex,
16 seconds.
Just look it up when you free
okay.
time.
All right. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I'm not sure why Spotify is being loaded. So Spotify is just not loading for me right now.
I can pull up the Genius lyrics if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sure.
Okay.
I need to know what the annotations are, please.
Yeah.
What album is it from?
It's from the same album. It's from California. So I shall pull it up. Blink-182 Built This Pool.
Is it something like the I Love Kanye, like off of Life of Pablo? Like that kind of level of dumb meme.
It's better than that.
I mean, like
the old Skiba.
I have the lyrics pulled up if you want me to recite them.
Yes, go ahead.
Verse 1, Mark Hoppus. Woo-oo, woo-oo. I want to see some naked dudes. That's why I built this pool. Spoken, Travis Barker. Is that really it? And those are the lyrics to this song.
Okay.
It's poetry.
Well then, let's get to our next song though.
Yeah, let's talk about this bullshit.
Speaking of returning people to the pod.
Blink is queer culture.
Yeah, very similar to like Jackass, where it's just some of it has aged very poorly, but a lot of it is just male bonding in like the most homoerotic fashion. You kind of have to love it.
I'll allow it.
Well then,
yeah.
Our next song, back once again on the pod, Red Hot Chili Peppers with their song "Dark Necessities," which was #1 on August 13th, 2016, for only 1 week. Let's hear Anthony Penis and Friends real quick, folks.
I can't gag enough. I hate this song. This is part of my villain origin story.
The unfortunate truth of this and all Red Hot Chili Peppers songs is that when it comes on, you can like visually picture in your head Anthony Kiedis not wearing a shirt. that's the image this sonically brings up.
So I went and watched the music video and tortured myself. And when I typed it into YouTube, this was the thumbnail, and I wanted to die.
Oh man.
Really?
I just wanted to die.
Oh man.
And this whole I don't think a single scrap of fabric touches his nipples the entire music video.
And Anthony Penis should not be allowed to say the words "dark necessities."
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to know what that means.
They're teenage girls, you filthy sex perv.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse, the fact that he is basically just kind of singing directly about it, or that he calls them necessities.
Whatever they are,
It is just icky.
It's so gross. And there's also like these skater girls floating around the whole time, and that's like, or that I'm like, okay, so which one of you did he hit on? He also like randomly danced in front of a big picture window, and so he, like it looks like this. It's frightening.
Oh my god!
I was very, very scared. Flea is the only highlight of that video because Flea basically just dudes rock the whole time. You guys were absolutely correct during the rock #1 that Flea is the best part of the Red Hot Chili Peppers and like the only good part. At one point, he's just sitting in a sink wearing weed socks, and
this
just
does not sound endearing to me. I'm sorry.
He's sitting in a sink, like playing the bass and wearing weed socks, and then he like licks a plate. So it's the only mildly interesting thing that I've done.
Only making it worse.
If Anthony
I don't want to see
whole
Flea
day
lick
without
a
coming,
plate.
his body fills up like a water balloon and he explodes. This song is
Come on, let's make it happen.
I'm so
Try to
sick
do
of
it a
this
good
band.
time.
Like this fucking sucks so bad. This is like JCPenney Red Hot Chili Peppers. I just can't fucking stomach it.
This is fully background music.
Yes.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm with Britt in that this is another one of those songs where it's like the instrumental is just like there for a better song. Other than the fact that we talked about that John Frusciante is like way down in the mix, but it's like the intro and the bass line feel like they should be part of a song that, does not have Anthony Penis fronting it. And I don't know. I'm like all for prison abolishment, but like not a joke. Anthony Penis needs to be convicted, and like the lyrics of this song should be used as like Exhibit A in the case.
Yeah.
Honestly, like the one more weird thing that I saw in this music video, and I think this is the correct one, the skater girls also like fell over a lot, so they have like skateboarding injuries, and it's very heavily implied that they skateboard through a grocery store and they steal beer and they just dump beer on their skateboard injuries to like, I guess, sanitize it. And I'm thinking, gross.
Yeah,
First
that
of
would
all,
not sanitize your injuries.
That's not strong enough alcohol. You need booze. Also, that carbonation is going to make that hurt worse. Ugh.
I have a couple of thoughts on the song. For one, I think we kind of talked about it on the last like Red Hot Chili Pepper song, but like, holy shit, is Josh like Klinghoffer like so turned down the mix? Like, Jesus Christ,
they do him so dirty.
I didn't even know this song had guitar in it.
It's not like he's giving a schlop too. Like, he's giving a solid performance.
Like
I was gonna say that
the fucking piano, which is not even an instrument in the band, it gets louder in the mix than the fucking guitar.
I was gonna say that the guitar solo in this song is like really boring for a guitar solo. Like, I don't know. I don't really care about Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I feel like John Frusciante is sort of looked at as a sort of guitar virtuoso in one way or another, and then they just put in this guy and his guitar solo is like do 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 do.
But you can't say what he's doing is worse than what the rest of them are doing.
That's a good point.
He is at their level, and they're treating him like dirt in the mix.
I feel like that's what you get for like wanting to join like late era Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like that's what you get. Like you deserve this fate, unfortunately.
I'll fight Anthony Kiedis, and I will add a quick story where I found a sticker in my radio station where that's for like a Red Hot Chili Pepper sticker, and literally I hated it so much that I covered it up with a Michael Cera head, like a large printout Michael Cera head, and just taped it on top of or I pretended it didn't exist.
That's how you got to handle these guys.
But before we exit the song though, so last night with my girlfriend, I watched the seminal DCOM classic Lemonade Mouth, and the competitor band, which is called Mudslide Crush.
Hell yeah!
Is like a butt rock rap rock band, and instantly as soon as I heard them, I'm like, holy shit, this is just like early era Red Hot Chili Peppers. So it
sounds like the name of an early Red Hot Chili Peppers song.
It does.
Exactly. So I'm going to play a little bit of Mudslide Crush because I want to get everyone's thoughts and opinions. I want to see if I'm the only one who's brain diseased with this song in terms of it sounding like the Chili Peppers. So I'm going to press play on the song. And you all tell me what you think.
This is upsetting my stomach.
Maybe
like,
Gavin will actually try.
Oh my god.
Okay.
This is just a blood sugar sex magic song.
Yeah. Or like if Flea was in Rage Against the Machine and yeah.
I was gonna say Flea and Beastie Boys.
I was thinking Beastie Boys.
That too. This sounds like a lot of different things, and none of them are good.
That is like pure scene, those like vocals.
Yeah, that's pretty remarkable.
This is what all music is gonna sound like in 10 years.
This is just the 303 revival.
Oh no.
Ooh, there we go.
You don't need a 303 revival.
We're gonna cut that. But yeah, that's it. Dark Necessities. It is musically one of the better Chili Pepper songs that we've heard, but
I just realized what Dark Necessities means. It's an allusion to poopy. He's talking about having to go to the toilet. They're dark because he's got unhealthy bowel movements.
Okay, let's move on. Actually, speaking of unhealthy bowel movements, our next song sounds exactly like that.
What did anyone have to say about this? What could anyone say about this?
I hate this song so fucking much.
I have a story, and I will save it. It's an adventure never before shared on this podcast.
I'm
scared.
Our next song is KALEO's "Way Down We Go." Let's hear a little bit of "Way Down We Go."
Is it KALEO or is it KALEO?
I don't fucking know. I don't care.
Can we just call him Coolio?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to pronounce this band however like the band wants to be pronounced.
I'm gonna mash this up with Gangsta's Paradise.
Another lame guitar solo.
Yeah.
Everything about this is lame. This is meant for some guy to sing on.
This Icelandic dude wants to be black so bad.
This is meant to be sung on American Idol and get 4th place. That's the only purpose this kind of music serves.
There is one other purpose that it serves, and it will be touched on in my story when I share it. You will understand.
I'm so
scared. All I hear when I think about this is like a trailer for some forgettable like crime thriller circa 2015.
Yeah.
Like it opens in like 3rd place at the box office and like immediately disappears after 2 weeks.
I see a woman in a fancy dress jumping into a pool in slow motion and sinking, and a gun falls out of her dress.
The music video is very boring. They literally just play music in front of this big picture of a woman, and that's it.
That's so cool. This is cool. I love this song.
Can we just acknowledge that this is just trying to capitalize on the success of Take Me to Church? Like this song is like aesthetically the same as Take Me to Church.
I see it.
In a lot of ways.
Is that we don't even talk about Hozier on the series, but like we have to talk about the people who are just like trying to blatantly rip off what that song is doing, like without actually like getting any of the other stuff. It's just, how can we just replicate that sound in the most like commercial package ready?
Yeah, how come this went number 1 and that didn't?
This song,
I bet Hozier was probably hanging out on like the pop charts. So
yeah. This song makes me feel like I'm in a sensory deprivation chamber.
That's the only way to put it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if sound enters. Like it's a sound shaped void kind of encompasses my ears, and then I just kind of zone out, and then the song ends. I'm like, that was weird. What happened there? Like it puts me in a fugue state for 4 minutes.
It brought back memories of a very particular scene in a TV show I'm pretty sure none of you have watched, but you've heard of. And it became very directly personal to me in the most unexpected ways ever. So I'm sure a lot of you, at least on this in this podcast, are familiar with my shitty ex-boyfriend, and he was obsessed with the show Suits with Meghan Markle. So I got bored and I started watching it. And the whole premise of Suits is about this guy who pretends to have a law degree and is like a practicing lawyer, but doesn't have a law degree. So or hasn't passed the bar, hasn't done anything. He just has a photographic memory. So he's read a bunch of law books and memorizes them. So obviously my ex-boyfriend was like, oh, I love this hot shot lawyer that wins all the cases because he's so cocky and cool. And I was like, okay, honey, whatever. And then fast forward, obviously part of the show, spoiler alert for the show Suits, if you really give a shit, the law degree character or the fake law degree character ends up getting caught and prosecuted for practicing law without a license, and so he's convicted of it and decides to go to jail. And when he decides to go to jail, he leaves Meghan Markle at the fucking altar.
Wow.
And so this song starts playing as he gets in the car and she's standing there in a wedding dress. And I'm like, what? You left Meghan Markle at the altar? And then he drives off
to jail.
To go to jail.
Would you rather go to jail or listen to this song?
What's extra personal for me is that the reason that my shitty ex-boyfriend and I broke up was because he lied about having a bachelor's degree. And I'm like, wow, you always wanted to be the Harvey Specter, but in reality, you're this asshole.
Whoa.
And that is how Suits is one of the most personal shows to me ever, of all things. I touched on it very briefly during, I think, the Fiona Apple podcast, Fetch the Bolt Cutters. But ladies, if your man's gonna leave Meghan Markle at the altar, do better.
That's amazing.
And I mean, I understand why you would leave Meghan Markle at the altar. I've done stupid gossip research. Anyways, though, the song.
Matty.
Look what. Meghan Markle, look, she's look, if you are a part of the British monarchy, you are canceled. That's I don't care. I don't care if you end up leaving it. If you join it at any point in time, you are canceled. It's as simple as that.
I thought she left. I thought she actually just genuinely likes Harry and just left the monarchy and is no longer profiting off the monarchy, really.
No. She's in it for very dubious reasons. You need to do some research, Britt.
The monarchy
Matty.
obviously is making
once again,
more
gossip
money
Matty
than
has come out.
Matty's tabloid pills.
What is happening?
Matty's into the royals and probably completely bullshit speculation about what they do.
He's listened to Lord a little bit too much. He's never going to be royals, and so now he has to plot against them.
Wow.
We're all about eat the rich, but
we
as
get
soon
to
as
talk about P.O.D. next.
Yeah, fuck this. Let's go.
Can we?
Okay,
wait.
let's just do it. Let's just get into P.O.D. So, folks, it is that time once again. It is time for the butt rock interlude. And Alex, you have picked the song this week.
Yes.
Before we basically already said what it was. Before we make a full-on official announcement, let's get into the butt rock interlude, baby. Hit the fucking music.
Everything's so blurry, everyone's so fake, and everybody's empty, and everything is so messed up.
God, I love. Thank you
Barry March.
A hero.
True hero.
Alex, you have picked the butt rock interlude this week. What song did you choose?
I chose P.O.D.'s Alive. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful song. I spent a long time on this, and I kind of went to P.O.D. because I felt we were too hard on Youth of the Nation in retrospect after listening to some of the songs on this series. And I just thought P.O.D. was kind of funny. And this was their second most popular hit on Apple Music. And it's a freaking heater.
This song's better than Youth of a Nation, I would say.
Oh yeah, easily.
I still love Youth of a Nation, but this is undeniably so bass. This is the most bass song of all time, including Lil B's discography. It's so positive and so good. I can't wait for Matty to play it so we can just fucking vibe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have to actually play the song.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you do.
bye, folks. All right, let's hear a little bit of P.O.D.'s Alive real quick.
The butt rock song is the only one we aren't like trying to talk over the whole time.
It's so good.
We're just vibing.
God, what a fucking chorus
on cams. This song is so positive and it's trying so hard to be badass, and it's just the best thing ever.
It's so beautiful. What a vibe. What a perfect vibe.
He's got a new lease on life.
Yeah.
It's genuinely sweet. It's genuinely wholesome, and he's still just trying to make the same badass music.
I love how like crunchy those guitars sound too. Like they feel just like substantive, and like you can kind of feel them physically. Yeah, just really great. Just a really great song. I don't even know what else to say about it.
This song hits.
I will say that it like P.O.D is one of the few bands who can take an explicitly Christian song and make it sound badass as fuck. So yeah, respect to them for that.
So in my P.O.D research, I discovered that they put out a song last year on October 19th. It is a Christmas song. It is twee folk. But not in a terrible car commercial way. It's just like these dudes genuinely having a nice time with their ukulele, and it's really cute. And this band rules.
That's amazing.
This band rules.
This is such a good song.
Yeah.
And I know we have some haters in the call, but you're wrong. This song rocks. I love it.
I feel like listening to this song makes me feel like I'm living in a Halo 2 machinima AMV, and I know that some people like have fun with that, but I don't know. I listen to this and I want to listen to something that like at the very least like I don't know, it's like reminding me of when I was going through the year ends and I was just kept stumbling on like several different like Switchfoot songs, and I'm just like that's where my brain is. I don't know. But the ladies in the call are just kind of, we're just sitting here in silence. I guess know.
This is a very dudes rock song.
Y'all
this is a Jesus rock song. This is a Jesus rock song.
Jesus is a dude who rocks.
This is a dude, and he
one
does
dude
rock.
who rocks.
But you know what? It's not for me. It's not fun. Honestly, the only thing I'm sitting here thinking of is when my dad used to play those stupid like SmackDown versus Raw games, and the sound like it's off a SmackDown versus Raw song.
That's why it rocks.
That's why it rocks.
I'm thinking like there's so many good songs on those games.
I know, but I know that's appealing to some people in this call, but it is not appealing to me.
Look,
fair enough.
I did not grow up with wrestling. I am not in this world at all. This song is just beautiful. It's touching. It's heartwarming.
It is. Yeah. It's worth pointing out that P.O.D is very much involved with wrestling. They did Rey Mysterio's theme song. They performed it live at WrestleMania. Yes, they did.
I never knew that. Yeah. That blows my mind.
They
Rey Mysterio is my favorite wrestler when I was a kid, and I like that song.
Watch. Wow. I think it's WrestleMania 22. They play him out to the ring, and it's so fucking cool.
We should have actually bought that P.O.D lunchbox.
We really should have. I might consider doing that and having it in my house, and my girlfriend can. No, actually, we listened to this song in the car, and she was like, "I saw P.O.D live, and they fucking whipped ass." So this is not just a dudes rock mentality. This
Hell
is
yeah!
The song rocks mentality.
Yeah, this song is just genuinely good to me.
Yeah.
Okay. You can have your fun.
Yeah, I will admit I came around to Cold by the time that we did that one episode, but like this one, it just hasn't landed with me. Granted, I'm not like butt rock pills at all, so it's like it's fine.
Neither am I. I very much enjoyed this butt rock series, though. It definitely gave me my serotonin, and I appreciate it. So, and I needed my serotonin. What little I could get. Thank you, boys.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Or you had to listen to a live by P.O.D, even though we think it's a good song.
Yeah.
You don't need to apologize. Have your fun.
Have we all seen the music video? Because it rules. It's so good.
It.
No,
I haven't seen it.
It fucking rocks.
I'm gonna pull it up and watch it later.
But I did watch the next song's music video, so
I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the butt rock.
It's so hard every week.
At least the next song is also really good.
Yeah, I agree.
Jake, like
you can't compare them. It's good
Jake,
for what it is.
You are a little emotional terrorist, and I hate you so much.
Trouble is all right.
Trouble's fine.
Let's listen to it. Let's hear a clip.
Can we talk a little bit of shop real quick? We have 3 more episodes of this show left, and we gotta do more butt rock songs. We were talking about having a vote, but there's no way because this is the only thing that gives us light. So
Alex,
we aren't doing any shitty butt rock songs.
I have so many ideas. Look, Alex, this show. I understand that we need to have our own moments of joy with this show, but at the end of the day, this show is a 9-week-long experiment that is meant to mentally hurt.
Well, we've already achieved that goal.
That is true.
We don't know hurt just yet, Alex.
Yes,
look, and Alex, and it's not like we're gonna be putting. Alex, it's not like I'm gonna be putting up shitty options. Like I'm gonna be putting up like. Alex, one of the poll options that I'm going to put up for this first poll, which is going to be up on our Patreon, I think first, and then maybe we'll do it on our Twitter after that, just to kind of have a more consensus, is going to be, we're going to finally listen to She Hates Me by Puddle of Mud. I'm so excited.
That song's brutal, and we're gonna talk about it on the
Alex,
on
you are saying that,
anyway.
Alex, you are saying that. Have you heard She Hates Me?
Yeah, it sucks.
I cannot.
It's so bad.
Alex,
we're gonna get there when we get there. We can't talk about this.
We'll get there. We don't know. We don't know yet. But I'm just gonna. I'm manifesting that as our pick for next week.
I am also going to use this butt rock opportunity to make the weekly Dave Grohl eats pussy joke and announcement.
Important.
We can't forget that.
We can't.
Here we go.
Let it be known that he does that.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Our next song, unless Britt wanted to say, sorry, I didn't mean. Were you going to say something, Britt?
Yeah, we didn't get to the joke.
I'm sorry.
Dave
I really don't want to talk
pussy.
about Dave Grohl eating pussy.
Yep, that's all you need,
that's
really.
it.
I mean,
That is the joke.
Yeah.
You have to announce it just to make sure that the new listeners know Dave Grohl.
Old Davey munches on the puss.
can we get a soundbite of like Dave Grohl screaming the best,
Alex
and then like
comes
gross
up-
tongue noises?
Alex comes up with a more upsetting way to say this every single episode.
Okay, our next song. We're going back to the charts, everybody. Our next song is Cage the Elephant's Trouble, which hit number 1 on September 3rd, 2016 for 1 week. Let's hear a little bit of Cage the Elephant's Trouble real quick.
Spoke a lot of words. I don't know if I spoke the truth. Got so much to lose.
I'm gonna talk over this a little bit. Fuck this band for waiting this long to put out decent songs. They put out
Cage the Elephant and Dan Orbach is a good combination, though. So
I guess two wrongs make a right, in the words of Matty, defending some terrible song that I don't even remember.
Now you understand.
I guess, but this is decent. But also, I'm disposed to hate anything this band does because of all the other songs I've heard by them. So good
I
job.
actually own this record on vinyl, so I actually really like it.
Cage the Elephant has only had one bad song on the entire
Jake, you just can't
series.
Say, you just can't say that.
I absolutely can. That's Mess Around is bad. I will concede.
I can't believe your choice is Mess Around of all the songs.
The one that Matty liked.
Mess Around is bad, but we talked about In One Ear. Like
That's
In
not
One
really
Ear.
funny.
In One Ear is better than Mess Around. Back Against the Wall is better than Mess Around. This song is really excellent as well. I mean, I haven't been on an episode with a Cage the Elephant song on it, but I should let it be known that I do love Cage the Elephant, and I do enjoy pretty much all of the songs of theirs that have been on this list up until this point, besides Mess Around. And this is one of the best ones. And I think that it has the sort of like dreamy psychedelic quality to it that like all the best Cage the Elephant songs have. I think this could be like on Melophobia. Like it sounds kind of like of those songs, which is a great album. And yeah,
I will give you that like I think the parts of this that are appealing, or at the very least like pleasant enough, kind of derive from the same sort of thing. I think the production is a little too anonymous for me to care about, but like I don't know, for me this is both the least offensive and also least excitable Cage the Elephant song, and so it's the one that I feel is like the least worth talking about, other than the fact that like I want to point out that this is like maybe the first point in the series where we hit the trend of artists using songs to talk about meta commentaries about their success and their own band stuff, which we're gonna get into with Judah, because we got a whole fucking can of worms with that.
Oh god, that's the last one.
Thunder next up.
Yeah.
So defending this song and defending Ophelia was one of the only two reasons that I picked this particular playlist. And then I went and watched the music video for Trouble, and let me tell you, it was an adventure, because I had two main commentaries about it. Number one is when he whipped out his massive cock. That is a chicken.
Oh, God.
He whipped his massive cock out.
Nice.
And the other one is that Cage the Elephant supports Free Britney, as demonstrated by the same snake being present in the music video as our girl Britney Spears.
Wow.
Coincidence? I think
we
not.
We got to pay respects to that.
Yeah, there are many reasons to like this song.
I didn't know snakes lived that long.
I think that snake is still around, actually, for real. I feel like I read somewhere that it's still around.
Go meet
but that's like
Britney
one of those snakes that,
like a roadside attraction.
That's brutal.
Is to get us to meet the
Fuck that, we're buying that snake. That's gonna be our snake.
The snake's name is Banana.
Oh, that
MTV News conducted an exhaustive search for Banana in honor of the 15th anniversary of the iconic Slave for You performance. Banana was not the Python's real name. It was what Spears named her for the performance. Hanno confirmed in 2016 that the snake was alive and living with a friend. It's a lot bigger now. He estimated that she was 20 to 25 pounds in 2001 and was roughly 100 pounds and nearly 15 feet in 2016.
Is Matty okay?
This is the seventh Cage the Elephant song we've talked about, man.
Yeah, I get it. I'm
this
pretty
one's
over
pretty
it.
though. Like
this one's fine,
it's
but
fine.
They don't
production
deserve
is
anything
lush.
at this point.
It's pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel too tired to really fully enjoy it, but I think I would really like this one if this was first or second week of Cage the Elephant instead of I don't know, 7th or whatever it's been.
Yeah.
It hasn't even been 7 weeks. That's so fucked up.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, wait, is this the 7th episode?
This is
episode 6.
Okay, that's so fucked up.
Fuck.
Okay, I think we should move on. Let's move on to our next song.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is 21 Pilots' Heathens, which is, of course, a song off the Suicide Squad soundtrack. And the reason why Britt is currently caked up as Harley Quinn.
I had to. And I have some extra thoughts for this that I will save for after the bit.
Hell yes.
Shout out to Leto.
I actually went back and rewatched Suicide Squad for this particular episode, so I did my homework, and I'm ready to scare you all more.
Gavin, under no circumstances do you have to hand it to Jared.
I disagree. Think about Kings and Queens in comparison to every song we have heard today, and realize that they all pale in comparison.
Jared Leto's Joker does not have an eagle scream at any point in this movie, so it's obviously
the Snyder cut. The Snyder cut, might.
Okay. Anyways, this 21 Pilot song, it went number 1.
He said we live in a society.
Okay. Heathens, it went number 1 on September 10th, 2016 for 9 weeks initially. Then it went number 1 again on November 19th, 2016 for another 2 weeks. Let's hear a little bit of 21 Pilots, Heathens, real quick.
Not to mention, they say they can smell your intentions. You laughing on the freak show sitting next to you. You laugh some weird people sitting next to you. You think how did I get here sitting next to you? But after all I've said, please don't forget.
Everyone's just vibing right now.
It's way more fun to vibe with, I guess, when you're doing it in a group. But when you're doing it by yourself, you're just kind of like, do I like this? Do I?
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
I do like this.
I've had a complicated evolution with this. I'm ready to say I'm Heathens pills, I think.
Yeah.
I am
ready for this one, but I dig it.
There are choices made in this song that I don't understand. Like, that's one of them.
I like it. It's like Creep.
I don't know.
I was gonna say that. They took the creep guitar thing and it rules so hard.
Is it like no? It's like it's the cocking gun. Is it a gun cocking or is it?
I think it's supposed to be like a. Like
I don't know.
I've heard
Maybe
it called the
be
ribbit, which I love.
I don't enjoy the frog noises in the song.
This song has
it
big
makes
frog
sense.
energy.
It doesn't need the frog song sound.
Yes, it does.
It has nothing to do with.
They couldn't. Here's the thing.
A song has never needed frogs more.
Yeah. They couldn't find anything to represent Killer Croc and Suicide Squad, so let's just do the frog. Close enough. Yeah,
It's the same thing.
I dig the frog. I dig the frog. It's pretty nice.
Sorry, you can go, Nat.
Oh no, I think this is what you guys were talking about, like when I like first appeared on, but it's like it's one of those things where it's like because of how flat and static so much of this series is, I've started to just appreciate anything that has like any interesting production choices or any kind of dynamic structure or build. And it's gotten to the point now where like when I do get back to this playlist and like have gone through it, I'm excited for a song to have any kind of life in it. And like I don't know, I'm starting to get to the point now where I'm like 21 Pilots actually sometimes have some good lyrics, just like the first set of lines where they're like, welcome to the room that's filled with filled with people who whatever the fuck that is like, I don't know, that's solid. I will say it is weird how Tyler Joseph always talks about smell in his songs.
What if he's also a dog like Anthony Kiedis?
but Tyler's a good boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have actually loved this song since it came out, which is weird because at the time I did not like 21 Pilots at all. And I still have the same strong positive opinion about it 5 years later, which says a lot to me. You can make your own conclusions about whether or not that says something about the song or myself, but this is good. It's not like amazing or something, but it's got a lot of cool ideas. And I think we can only respect it for that because of the context. I don't actually know how to talk about music anymore. Outside of the context to the other songs on the playlist.
Yeah, it's gotten to a point where I have like, mostly just because like some other times when we've like talked music just on regular non car commercial series, it's like I've had the virtue of like actually, writing about music. I have not written a single damn thing about music in the last 2 months. So I've been getting it all out on this shit, and that's why I like have been unloading about like the structure of Pompeii, because I do not have another outlet. This is my only refuge, which is sad.
Like this song made me care about the Suicide Squad. It did a better job of making me like fucking David Ayer writes this whole script. And I do not give a shit about any of the characters in this film. By the way, I saw Suicide Squad in theaters. And I didn't give a shit about any of the movie.
Oh my god!
But Tyler Joseph in just this one song does so much of a better job of making me like, oh wow, I kind of like care about these characters because he's such a good writer and singer that even with like even in song form where there's not even a whole lot of details, it goes, okay, like there are these characterizations that like, are they a little corny? A little bit, but like I care and I'm invested in the song and like it sounds incredible. I love, as I said, the little creep guitar move. Like it's so good. It's so good. It's a wonderful homage.
I said this on the Lost episode from last night, but 21 Pilots revisionism is good and Heathens is a good song.
I agree. It's funny because it's like the song feels like it's actually about the Suicide Squad. Like they actually tried to contribute a song that was about the movie.
It has nothing to do with the movie. I rewatched
I'd argue
it,
it has
you
more
all
to
didn't
do.
have to.
I'd argue it has more to do about the actual movie than the movie itself does.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is in a league with Chad Kroger's Hero. This is the
is
the second song of its kind that we've talked about.
Oh my.
Good call, Alex.
Damn.
I have 2 notes regarding the Suicide Squad movie, actually 3. First of all, Margot Robbie fucking rules, and that was the only good thing to come out of that movie. Margot Robbie did the best with the shitty shit that she was handed, and then she looked at it and said, "Fuck this shit! I'm gonna make a better movie," and made Birds of Prey, which is actually a very good movie. Number 2, the Leto Joker. It was worse than I remembered. I don't think anyone ever asked for Sex Pest Joker, but when like they're doing Harley Quinn and Joker's backstory in it, Joker like intimidates this one random guy and is like, "Oh yeah, you want my girl? You want my girl?" And he's like, "I don't want to fuck with your girl, man. You're Joker, and I don't want to mess with you." And he's like, "Oh, you don't think she's hot? Oh, you don't want to fuck with my girl? Oh, let me introduce you to the fire of my loins, the itch in my crotch." And I just, like, as soon as I heard the itch in my crotch, I wanted to kill myself right there. So for anyone,
I gotta see this movie.
Yeah, we haven't watched it yet.
Anyone in the chat, I have or anyone listening right now, I have a Valentine's Day challenge, which is that you should refer to your significant other as the itch in your crotch and see what happens. I will do it myself.
Absolutely
I'm not doing that. I'm not fucking doing that.
I would like to point out, just quickly while we're on that scene, I believe that's also the scene where he goes and intimidates this guy and he goes, "She's a real honka," and it is a beautiful moment.
Is it the guy he's talking to?
We should compile a list of the all-time worst Jokers. I just feel like this would be a fun activity.
She was fearless and crazier than him, but she was his queen, and God help anyone who dare disrespect his queen. And then I have one more note that is meant specifically, I saved specifically for Matty. And he knows exactly what
okay, go ahead, please. Just go ahead.
Captain Boomerang has a unicorn fetish, and he carries around a stuffed unicorn, not for any particular purpose. It doesn't mean anything to the movie, but he just kind of carries it around, and it's a pink unicorn.
That rocks.
Side note,
for anyone who wants to know why I have a connection with Captain Boomerang, I don't think I should tell it on this podcast.
Yeah, maybe not.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
No, you know. But as long as I know that I'm making Matty like die inside, we're good.
Oh, you are.
I don't know.
Also,
that's okay. We can leave it at that.
Also, that movie squandered Viola Davis, and like, how do you squander Viola Davis like that? Like, that's racist. I'll call that racist. Squandering Viola Davis. Like, Viola Davis is working with what she got too, but damn.
I do want to point out that the idea of like a supervillain with boomerangs and a unicorn fetish in the hands of like a better movie would be like a Connor O'Malley character.
I think he might be in the James Gunn version that's coming out. I don't remember.
Yes. He is not, but I really wish he was.
Wait, really? Oh, fuck. That sucks.
I know, like, Margot Robbie's coming back, but and Pete Davidson.
John Cena is going to be in the movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. Damn, John Cena, Jared Leto, the classics only.
Let me see the cast, because the cast list is like pretty fucking stacked. In all honesty,
yeah,
we want to do anything aside from talk about this music.
Like, we
have 5 songs left.
Yeah, Captain Boomerang is coming back.
Thankfully, we're only gonna spend like no more than 30 seconds on "Waste a Moment" by Kings of Leon.
I don't know,
waste a single moment of it. But anyway,
there's another song before that.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, our next song is one that speaking of returning legends to the podcast, Green Day. They are finally back with their song "Bang Bang," which was number 1 on November 12th, 2016, for 1 week. Let's hear a little bit of Bang Bang.
We're going from Daddy's Little Monster to Daddy's Little Psycho.
I get my kicks.
Is he yelling about the Daddy's Little Psycho thing guys are yelling about the song.
Yeah,
No
I
way,
think
no.
just the song.
yes.
Yes.
Look, this song can be bad. I don't think it's bad. It doesn't matter. They wrote When I Come Around. They can release whatever bullshit they want. None of these other bands have released a song that good. So
the thing
therefore,
is,
this is better than all those songs.
This is a good song if
I
you
agree.
don't listen to what he's saying at all.
Yes, absolutely.
The problem is he's mixed way too fucking high, so you can't not hear what he's saying.
Sure, you can. Just listen to.
I put this song on during my workout with my boyfriend on Sunday. I think it was Saturday or Sunday. No, it was Sunday. And he's like, and he looked at me and he's like, "Is that like who is this?" And I'm like, "It's Green Day." And he's like, "Oh, it's Green Day." I was hoping someone wasn't trying to like mimic that nasally annoying voice that he has. And I'm like, "Okay, so you're a Green Day hater. Got it." But anyway, like the only contribution I have is that the girls in this music video are hot.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
very hot. Yum.
Yes. The only redeeming thing about this. I'll
Please
say- I
rob
don't know.
my bank. Please.
All right, folks, we are back. We had a little bit of technical difficulties there because of the winter storm. Gavin, I think that concoction you drank, it was so cursed and so vile that it shut off your power.
Yeah.
It was rumbling through your tummy, and it somehow caused a large power outage in an unspecified state.
Yeah, I was in the middle of speaking on the Green Day song "Bang Bang," and then everything just went dark. Everything went black. I thought I was going Limbaugh mode, but my power just went out. So let's just talk about Green Day some more.
Okay, yeah. So we may be repeating some stuff here because again, I don't know fully what'll make a cut from what we initially said. But you probably heard me screaming for one. That will stay in the cut. But despite that, this is, as we got into it with the lyrics, like the song is for a song that is just this down and dirty, like hardcore punk. Obviously, it's like a little clean, like it's because it's Green Day. It's got to be clean at this point. But like, there's still a little bit of rough. There's still some loudness here. It's like, okay, like it kind of like musically, this song kind of goes, and lyrically for the most part, this song kind of goes, except for the one egregious
Daddy's
lyric.
Little Psycho
Yeah.
and Mommy's Little Soldier.
Just going
Which-
from Daddy's Little Monster to Daddy's Little Psycho. That's
Yeah.
what we get.
In
We just
case
need- And, if anything, it's probably something to do with Annie Clark. Because
Oh
Daddy's
God. We escaped that. We've gone through that in the trenches today of the chat. We don't need to go
we're
back
the
there.
We're the Indie Heads podcast. We have to at least acknowledge it and make a joke, right?
Yeah.
Right.
For context, we've been arguing about the work of Saint Vincent in the chat all day, and it's just been brutal. There's no reason we need to do this to ourselves.
Yeah.
No, we don't need
it's-
the extra discourse, but we are approaching the year 2017 in the chronology of our episode. So
That's
That's
true.
fair.
It all comes back.
Series.
All comes back
It's
to
come
that.
full circle.
I'm surprised nothing from Mass Seduction made it on the chart. Like,
It wasn't really like a big alternative out. Like it was big among like artsy gays, but like they don't make up alternative radio plays.
yeah.
No. By this point, I was at my college, and I was basically entirely tuned into my radio station at the college that I listened at my college radio station. And when I came home, I was like, all right, so I will listen to the Goons at Sirius XM and their college radio station that was never good because I didn't like the alternative channel on the radio anymore. So
Yeah.
I missed a lot of this at a certain point.
alt radio is for two types of people, and those are Daddy's Little Psycho and Mommy's Little Psycho.
No.
God.
Okay.
Am I wrong though? Like I'm sorry,
you're
Nat.
not wrong.
Just especially with regards to butt rock. I don't know. Nat, you deserve to speak on this song.
Just in case, I hate to be the dissenting opinion of like all of your joy, but it's like, just in case we lost it, the fact that Billie Joe Armstrong was, at the time of this song's release, 44 years old when he sang those lines is just somewhat discomforting for me. But also just, I think the thing that overpowers the rest of this, because the instrumental is like, other than the mixing and the really big loudness war stuff, is like fine. But like the lyrics that are very much, if you read into them, and Billie Joe Armstrong's like, this really says a lot about our culture of narcissism, doesn't it? And it's like, the lyrics are about how he's connecting like the culture of like selfies to mass shootings, and it's just a very, very strange experience. And honestly, like I'm kind of surprised that this landed as high as it did, even for like 1 week.
This song is literally just Saint Jimmy, but with slightly worse lyrics. Yeah. So overall, net positive for me.
With Jake. This is like, it's weird that this got to number one when it's so blatantly aping like Rise Against, who never got number one. And Green Day shouldn't have to stoop to that level, but they did, and it's okay. Like everything is just comparative to the other shit on this chart, and this is okay compared to fucking Way Down We Go and all this other dumb bullshit I had to.
That was so brutal. I forgot that song. I forgot about that.
We don't need to spend.
I forgot that happened. We talked about it minutes ago, and it's exited my brain.
Shout out to Chris Barely March, who said that this is the last good Green Day song. I would agree. Thanks, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think that's a good way. Let's move on. Let's move on to our next song, which honestly I really do not think we will have. Honestly, our next two songs, I don't think we'll have much to say on, because again, it's all leading up to one of the most disastrous songs that we'll talk about.
One of the greatest songs.
Before we get to that,
quote unquote disastrous.
Gavin, okay.
Look, it's not good.
Our next song is Our next song is Kings of Leon's "Waste a Moment," which went number one on December 3rd, 2016, initially for 1 week before it was overtaken by our next song after this, before it went number one again on December 17th, 2016 for another 3 weeks. So let's hear a little bit of "Waste a Moment" by Kings of Leon.
You know, there's no eagle noise. There's no The Age of Man is Over. There's no Daddy's Little Psycho. This song has nothing.
I like this song.
Yeah, I'm with you, Gavin.
I also watched this music video. This is the last one I watched of the series because I couldn't take it anymore. And it would be one of those music videos that someone who is an uncultured idiot would call Lynchian. Only because it makes no sense. The one notable thing that I really had to say about it was that a girl, like a cheerleader, has her legs spread wide open, and like one of those like toy car tracks is like coming out of her pussy, and then the car like vrooms away from her, and it made no sense.
Did you say a toy car comes over pussy?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
God, I hate these little perverted brothers, man. I hate them so much.
I have, and for those of you who may remember the screen cap of a comment that I put in the Patreon chat yesterday, saying guess that music video. The comment is, this music video is so cinematic. It really reminds me of movies pre 9/11. That was about this video.
Oh my god.
As we all know, movies famously died with the Twin Towers.
But yes.
Well, I think that's a good place to end it there. So let's just get to our next song, which is The Head and the Heart with their song All We Ever Knew, which hit number 1 on December 10th, 2016 for just 1 week. Let's hear a little bit of that real quick.
I'm just so sick of hearing this.
This is the soundtrack to like the trailer for a CGI Kids movie that was released like 2017. Doesn't play anywhere. You see it in like 7-Elevens on the DVD rack for $3.
Fucking giggled real bullshit. I'm so tired of this.
I'm so sick of hearing this shit.
I genuinely think this song is fine, but I'm still like upset that I had to listen to it on some level.
It doesn't exist. There is just like I have like no recollection of this the second it ends. Like I'm probably gonna forget about it as we're having this conversation. I think the only thing of significance I could say about this is I feel like this is where you can pinpoint the start of algorithm core on these charts, just because this is one of those songs that starts directly in like the pieces of the lyrics and tries to like be something that like immediately grabs somebody who's just say like listening to like a Spotify playlist that it got curated for. I don't know. I've been reading a lot about like the rise of algorithm core in the last few weeks, and I think we'll start to see it more and more. And honestly, I think you'll see it a lot in Thunder next week, even among the Thunder P.O.Ds. It is just a song that's designed for those purposes, and I don't know. It feels like the start of something insidious.
Lightning for the thunder.
This is like
Jake,
the
I know you
worst
like the
of
song.
folk twee songs that's on the playlist. So
I want to hear
like
Jake
the
out.
song.
Jake.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's not that bad. It's like I don't love it. It's not my favorite of this style of song. It's definitely very commercially, but as far as commercially songs are concerned, this is to me at the very most interesting end of that spectrum. I think it does cool things. I think it is somewhat dynamic. I feels like it has some moving parts to it compared to some of the other songs. I like the little string and banjo embellishment.
Dude, I have heard so many songs that sound exactly like this. I'm just...
All right,
what are you even talking about?
Gavin, let me frame it like this for you. This is at least 100 times better than Ophelia.
Okay, I don't even agree with that. I like Ophelia a lot better than this.
No.
Just Ophelia and this song and fucking Spirits could all be in a blender and just they're all the same thing.
I can't muster enough energy to care about any of these.
We are delaying the inevitable. We are delaying the inevitable here.
Yeah, let's
stop fighting, because our final song on this cursed episode that they simply do not. This is recording again. If we're counting yesterday's recording sessions, this is like recording number 5 of like
we've finally made it.
Don't say that. It's gonna cut out.
I have been speaking about this song pretty much since the beginning of the series, saying that it is among, if not the worst song that we'll talk about in the series. I don't know if I could fully state
way.
It's so good.
But
way.
It is, in my opinion, among the worst of this list. Of course, I am talking about Judah and the Lions' Take It All Back, which was number 1 on January 7th, 2017 for 4 weeks, as this song was number 1 when Donald Trump was inaugurated as president.
Oh my fucking god.
Wow. That rules so
amazing.
Much. That rules so hard.
This really says so much about our society, don't you think?
Yeah,
it really does.
We do live in a society.
God.
Let's hear this tune.
We gotta get into it.
All right, Judah and the Lion, Take It All Back. Let's hear it real quick.
Just kill us now.
Take it all back. Are we gonna get to hear him say Mando?
Yes. Yeah, I need to hear Mando.
We should have played this whole song, even though it's the same thing over and over again.
Hell yeah.
wife with a big old diamond ring.
Their
Shared
shared wife.
I don't know how.
Okay,
I don't know how you
Mando.
can hate this.
Yeah.
Mando.
Dance along to the Mando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry, but
No.
the folk pop movement of the 2010s deserves this. You deserve it. Everyone was like, "Oh, hey, is good. The Lumineers are good. Mumford & Sons are good. You deserve this. This is what you deserve."
Good, and this is good.
Jake, you're an outlier, but this is what that movement deserves. You deserve this fake Eminem-ass front-bottom song. This is what you deserve.
Jake is too pure to ever be down on this series.
Yes.
Can't
Oh,
defeat
yes.
me.
I'm waking up.
Just going right to the Arcade Fire worship. Beautiful.
Oh, come on, we didn't get to hear the Mumford banjo solo.
I like this song like 10 times more each time I hear it. It's like a logarithmic scale going exponentially higher every time I listen to this song. It's so fucking catchy. It has been branded into my brain with a hot iron. There's so many weird things happening that just make no logical sense at all, and yet it works on every single level. It's really, really excellent.
Look, it's no Hollow Moon Bad Wolf, but it's better than all the fake folk bullshit we heard this night.
It's sort of like Hollow Moon's like fail song.
Yes.
You know?
I said this already, but it's like if Dan Reynolds was Beck, which and I mean that in like a positive, like complimentary way.
Not even close. No. I will say, if there's a term for like a Joker origin story with this song, that would be me. I've come to the point now where this is I cannot recognize any good quality in this song, but I find it incredible in a way that is truly stunning. Oh
my god!
I'm with you. Actually,
okay. Let me fucking speak for just a second here. Coming into this series, there's a couple of songs that's like, okay, I understand why everyone would be coming around. How the fuck am I the only one that hates this song?
Oh,
what
hate
the
it.
fuck is happening?
I fucking hate it. It's
funny,
terrible.
Oh,
it's so funny.
Oh, that just made an awful noise. What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh god,
I think it's Jake.
someone's mic is
Jake is
No.
Oh, sorry. Wait.
Judah and the Lion do not. God is punishing us.
Yeah.
Let's get something straight.
Yeah,
This
God
sounds so
does
Christian.
not want us to
I-
finish this series.
Maddie
I have
spoke ill, and that happened. So, Maddie, I think you owe Judah and the Lion an apology.
You have to apologize.
I don't owe Judah and the Lion shit, Gavin. Fuck
Oh.
them. I don't care if it
At
takes
least-
this fucking podcast down. I don't care. Good fucking riddance.
I
My
have
God.
several conspiracy theories about this song.
Ugh.
It's so Maddie, I want to say first of all, I am with you 100%. I think this is like
you aren't though, because you said that you think this song again. You find endearing qualities. We're not on the same page.
I don't think it's endearing. I think that it is a staggering human achievement in how to make a worse and worse decision with each passing moment in a song.
Okay, I'm with you.
But I want to start with something that like occurred to me on my listen before our first attempt last night, which is I don't know if a single human being plays an instrument on this song. Like after doing a bunch of like electronic production and like working with VSTs for instruments in like the past couple months, all of this sounds like synthetic banjos and like guitars and shit. There's electronic percussion. But also I just want to talk about the progression of the lyrics in this song, just because I had a similar thing where I went through these playlists months before we went through it. And when I got to this song, I had just a profound experience trying to make sense of this. So my first listening to it by myself, I'm like, take it all back just to have you. Okay, that's a love song. We're on easy terms. We've got it there. Then second listen, I'm playing it back for my partner in disbelief of what I'm hearing. And I'm like, is this about him and his relationship with his band? Is this about the relationship between Judah and the Lion? Then I look it up and there's speculation that it's about God, which makes it even weirder because it's about sharing a wife with a diamond ring with God, which I guess is I don't know, metaphor for Christianity. But then there's a different interpretation that's about their relationship to their fans and not wanting to sell out in order to like keep their fans and their core fan base, which is preposterous because the entire song is the sound of selling out to like the most soulless pop, like folk pop. And then I want to talk about the single wife because we gotta talk about the shared wife, just because the line "we'll all have a fancy car and a wife with a big old diamond ring." No matter which way you cut it, there is just some polygamy situation going on here in which multiple people are sharing this one wife. It's a song about wife guys, but all for the same wife, and it's wild because all of these interpretations kind of make sense because the song is so non-specific about anything.
Yeah,
but
this is genius.
Yeah, all that just made me like this song so much more.
It's
how can this song be bad if it fills me with such bliss?
Exactly.
Yes.
This song fills me with so much joy.
I've started cackling through it every single time. It is funnier the more I listen to it.
I'm very frightened. I don't like this.
Britt, you haven't done what we've done. You have not seen what we've seen. I
have though. I have.
Matty, we all just reach a breaking point, and sometimes it's a song that doesn't necessarily deserve it. This song is just such a wild ride.
In no way is this song good, but that's exactly why it's good.
Yes.
You know?
This song makes choices.
Honestly, I really just... Now I've zoned out, and now I'm just thinking about the fact that Rush Limbaugh died today, so fuck you, Rush Limbaugh. I hope you're listening to this song and the fake Mando bullshit here. You know what?
Rush probably wouldn't have liked this, and that's why it's a good song.
Back. Yeah.
No, he would not.
Meemaw. This is a song about he wants his Meemaw and his Peepaw back. That's what the song is about.
That's
wrong.
So that's the thing.
I don't care about this song.
That's what I think.
I didn't watch the music video, so. And I
Matty,
have plenty of time to do it.
But I don't.
This song is about intimately loving God, your fans, your shared wife, and your parents.
Matty, did I?
What's not to love?
Natalie, go ahead. Go ahead.
Did I don't know if you've seen this, but I keep posting in the podcast chat. There are two genres of comments on every single video of this. Comment number 1, this guy sounds like Eminem, or in one instance, Eminem needs to get on this beat because this beat is like so sick. Comment number 2 is people talking about how much they miss their dead wife and family in relation to this song. It's a bunch of people being like, this song about how much these people are thankful to like have fans and perform their sellout folk hop and roll music.
That's right.
Reminds them of their dead uncles who died in like the Iraq War. It is like all that.
Look at what this song does for people. This is beautiful. How could you hate this?
This song is simply delightful.
Imagine sharing a wife with a guy who sounds exactly like Eminem.
That's not a good thing. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be the shared wife.
So many songs could be described as unremarkable.
You get the full package deal in this marriage. You get Judah and the lion.
That's right.
You fucking people are gonna have to 5150 me after this fucking podcast is over.
I don't know what that means.
I'm so done. Okay, that's it. I'm done. We're calling it there.
No,
Alex. No more.
I have one more note that is not related to Judah and the Lion, but I'm going to share this. During the technical issues when Gavin's power went out, I went to my boyfriend and I said that you are the fire of my loins and the itch in my crotch. I put my money where my mouth is. Like, I challenged you all on the podcast, and all he did was say, okay. So, like I said, I wouldn't tell you to do things that I myself would not do. And now you cannot say otherwise.
Just imagine.
Don't do things. Sorry, Gavin. You can go first.
Just imagine a chorus of people going up to their shared wife and at the same time all saying, "You are the fire in my loins and the itch in my crotch." That's bliss. That's what heaven feels like.
The itch in the crotch produced Daddy's Little Psycho.
I was gonna advise that we shouldn't do things that we're gonna want to take all back, but I think maybe your shared wife would find that beautiful. And
I don't want to talk about Judah the Lion and his shared wife. I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna go insane.
You know, the longer we talk about,
and I'll take it all back.
Jake, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
The longer we all talk about Judah and the Lion, the longer Matty has to listen to us talking about Judah and the Lion when he edits the podcast.
I'd like to point out.
You could be the shared wife of Daddy's Little Monster and Daddy's Little Psycho.
I'd like to point out this song is so bad it kicked Gavin from the podcast.
Yeah, we've lost Gavin.
Oh fuck. Okay, let's.
Yeah, we can call it here.
Okay, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll see you all next week for episode 7.
Thank you for listening to the Indie Heads podcast.
Thank you.
Lily will be on, friend of the show. I'm gonna fuck up her last name. I think. Give me a second. Danielle Cholowski, a very good writer who writes for Spin and other places. She'll be joining us also for episode 7 of the Car Crush #1s. We will see you all next week. I love you all. God help me. God fucking help me. We'll see y'all later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, my life is real great. Feel I'm well on my way to my dreams coming true, and I'm getting to do it with you. And it feels so nice when the people sing along, singing along with the banjo. Did I take it all, take it all, take it all back, take it all back just to have you? And I take it all, take it all, take it all back, take it all back just to have you. I'm waking up. And one day we might have a big house with nice cars and fancy clothes and a wife with a big old diamond ring. Woo! 'Cause the people, they're dancing along to the mando and some sort of hip-hop beat. Did I take it all, take it all, take it all back? I take it all back just to have you. And I take it all, take it all, take it all back. I take it all back just to have you. I'm waking up. 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 Woo! I'm waking up. I'm waking up. I'm waking up. I'm waking up. And I take it all, take it all, take it all back, take it all back just to have you. And I take it all back, take it all back, take it all back, take it all back just to have you. I'm waking up.